It started with text messages, but ended in a third-degree felony. One letter, one courtroom, and a judge who did not hold back. How did private messages turn into a case that could have meant 10 years in prison? Watch closely, this one escalates fast.
All right, 25 CR 1017 is called the State of Texas versus David Christian Kobeck. That's you.
Yes, sir.
With Mr. Adams, your attorney, and the state's attorney. You're charged with a third-degree felony of stalking. I've got this letter from you sent September 3rd, something about these other misdemeanor cases.
Oh, that was
we can't find any.
they're civil cases. It's a dog at large. I meant to send it to the county court there.
Well, we're not showing anything that's filed like that, actually, which may be good for you, but
Okay, I appreciate that.
But let's worry about this case.
Yeah.
Does the defendant who's here with Mr. Adams waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, sir.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2025, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the third-degree felony of stalking. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you're charged with? What's paragraph 2 go on to allege? And
Your Honor, that's just a further, the initial.
I mean, that doesn't change anything.
No, sir.
This states that you sent repeated electronic communications to the complainant that was reasonably likely to harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, embarrass, or offend another person. Namely, repeated electronic texts with vulgar and abusive language. And also it goes on to state that you also sent obscene nude images and videos that would cause a reasonable person to be harassed, annoyed, alarmed, abused, tormented, embarrassed, or offended. So you understand what you're charged with here. Tell me you're not going to do that again.
No, sir.
This is a third-degree felony. So that means that if convicted, you face no less than 2 nor more than 10 years confinement in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Very serious, obviously.
Yes.
An agreement's been reached in your case where you would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 10 years in prison. That sentence would then be suspended. You would be placed on regular probation for 10 years, fined $500. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to this, sir? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty voluntarily? That is on your own free will and because you are guilty.
Yes, sir. Well, she can stay there.
To show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1 here. Did you sign that document voluntarily, understand it, discuss it with your attorney, or the allegations all true and correct there?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 tendered into evidence,
So
without objection admitted.
Yeah.
Among other things, this states you are mentally capable and competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You read it. You were guilty of the crime charged in any lesser included offenses. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. Totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All true, so help you God. State's Exhibit 1 is part of the record for all purposes. Is a pre-sentence report waived here?
Yes, sir.
I am going to follow this agreement and find, if nothing to add, Mr. Goldman, I guess you regret what you did here. This is all fixed. I can't imagine putting somebody through something like this because once it gets into the internet, it's there forever. And that is the gift that should not be given. Continue to give, but I don't know how you pull it out of the internet. So this person is subject to further victimization.
It was text messages.
Well, I'm sorry, this says sending obscene nude images and videos. That's not true.
It was sent to the complainant, Your Honor, just by text. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, ladies deserve better respect than this. Come on. All right, shame on you. And fix this. Right. Again, I find you, there is sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt as third-degree felony of stalking. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 10 years in prison. Imprisonment, that term of confinement is suspended. You will place on regular probation for 10 years. There will be terms and conditions of probation, which are normally customary for this type of offense. There's a fine of $500. There is going to be, among other conditions of probation, you will complete a program called moral reclamation therapy, which is something that helps you make good decisions. And it teaches you that people can be victimized and harmed by your reckless, insensitive acts, and that this helps you make better decisions in the future. Make sure you follow this. If you fail, your probation could be revoked and you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand what has happened today, sir? You know, you got a conviction. That's a felony conviction. All right. You know how long you have to carry it the rest of your life. That's why you don't want to do this. Make better choices. Okay. And treat a lady with the respect they deserve, that they should have. Thank you.
This case didn't end with prison bars, but it did end with a felony conviction for life. A few messages, a few reckless decisions, and suddenly the consequences became permanent. The judge made it clear, once something is sent online, you can't take it back, and the damage doesn't stop. Cases like this remind us that respect, boundaries, and accountability still matter in the digital age. If you want more real courtroom drama, uncensored hearings, and true stories that expose how fast things can go wrong, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and stay with this channel, because the next case could be even more shocking.